Alrighty. Like the Verizon commercial says. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We'll give it some time. Hello out there in the internet world. Liz Haley. Sounds good. I have no idea. I have done nothing but just logged off and logged on, Liz. That's all I do. A little 1 p.m. Eastern Time guest spot live chat with you guys. I don't know what's happening, Jenny. I just logged out, logged in. I have no idea. I didn't touch anything like normal. Just wanted to touch base with you guys. Hi, Scott. Hi, Liz. Hi, Jenny. And guys are in YouTube. I still need help in YouTube with some watch time. I still need help with about 300 more subscribers I need in YouTube for the Quest YouTube channel to take off. I hope you guys can help me out. The ones that have joined, I thank you so much. We need about another, 900 watch hours. So if you can watch the videos on YouTube, I would appreciate it to get that watch time minimum. 900 hours is a lot of hours, but I got a lot of members that help me out, and I thank you so much who have joined and who watched my videos on YouTube. How's everybody doing? It's afternoon here in the USA. As long as everybody can hear me, I guess we're good to go. It's like Coffee with John on a Thursday at 1 p.m. We got a sunny day here, turning into a little wintry mix this weekend. Hi, Tom. Glad everything's good. Sometimes I do these early posts for our members across the pond. They're like 6, 7 hours. Some people are 18 hours ahead of us. And this is like a little appreciation for those guys. So if they're like 6 or 7 hours ahead, it's about 7 or 8 o'clock in Europe. 6 hours, 7 hours. So I want to give them an opportunity to come on live, chat a little bit, chat about anything. Because I appreciate every one of you, as you know. Hello, Scott from Australia. Everything's going down in there. It snowed in Kentucky. Wow, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. For Scott, it's 5 o'clock in the morning in Australia. Oh my God, Scott. Did I wake you up? Oh boy. But yeah, we got a nice interview this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Carmen Legge. I spoken to him yesterday. I understood every word he said. I had no problems understanding him. Hoping his internet connection is fine. I mean, that's all he does is work off his computer and laptop, so he's not going to have the great contrast in color. But as long as we have Carmen on and answering your questions, and we'll also open up the phone calls so you members can also talk to Carmen himself. How's that sound? Hello, Vicky from Central Illinois. Hello, Beth. Hello, Phil from Ontario. What's going on today? We got my moderator, Judy, who made up a nice synopsis of the show this past Tuesday. We'll go over that Saturday. A lot of things have been happening. The other show on my sister channel, Beyond Oak Island, that I have on Quest for Treasure, is doing nothing for me. Beyond Oak Island is a dud for me. We're getting history lessons, we're getting past history, but it's not holding my interest at all. So we'll just have to wait for the lost gold of World War II. I love that program also, but we don't know what the COVID situation, if they can get back into the Philippines. Not sure at all what's happening there. But that's a good show. This Beyond Oak Island's not doing nothing for me. I guess that's show number 3, I think. And I think they only have 8 episodes. So we only have to suffer through 5 more. I won't post much on Quest for Treasure on Beyond, just whatever promotions they send to the masses. I will put them on the Quest for Treasure. So just keep up to date of what the promos are on Beyond Oak Island, but I'm not going to be too active because it's got to pick up, or before it does, it's going to be over. So I'm not going to waste my time. Hello, Elvin. How's it going today up there in Ontario, Canada? Yep, Jenny, you want to talk to Carmen this Saturday? When I scroll the number, and then you can call in. So watch when I start scrolling that number. We'll be ready to go. Yep. We had our main guys on Tuesday, Corian and Christopher. They did their presentation. I guess there's a lot more to come. Obviously, they can't say what's more to present, but they're looking for their areas where they pinpointed. But of all these theories, and then next week's presentation, we have another theory. I'm getting like the show shouldn't be the Curse of Oak Island. It should be the theory of Oak Island. Because without all these theorists, the show would be like 3 minutes long. I just want to find out whose theory is right. And we know they're in the process of getting the big dig going. We got that process because of what they said on the show. What solution they're going to use, I have no idea. But it's in the works. So when they're doing the swamp and doing the big dig, you know for sure we're in for at least 2 more seasons. That is great for me. At least we're alive for 2 more years. But we'll always be here. My group will always be here. I don't know who will stay with me, but we can transition to theorists' stories and any kind of treasure hunts, any kind of theories they have involving finding a religious relic or a treasure. You know, we can rotate whatever we have to do here in the group. The group will always be called the Quest of Oak Island. That's how I started. And I hope you guys stay with me. Tommy Scar says the honeycomb method, possibly. Rainer, how you doing from the UK? But they're always popping something in there. And then what is this with Gary finding all these broken axe heads? One after another after another. Well, we'll find out from Carmen. He only can speak again. He can speak on shows that have been shown, obviously. He's on the same thing. He can't talk about anything going into the future. And we agree with him on that, and we won't pursue him to um, say anything about future episodes. So he can talk about anything in the past, like they all can. Some like to come on shows like mine, some don't. I appreciate anybody that wants to come on. Just send me a PM. We can set up an interview. I think this interview with Carmen on December 5th. I might do another interview on the 12th. Hello, Curtis. How are you? And then that'll be it for the Christmas holidays. We'll take a break from live interviews from between the 12th and the New Year. We'll just do the show rehabs. What do you think, guys? Jeff, are they going to put up the cofferdam on the southeast part of the swamp? As far as I know, Jeff, it's just going to go on the lower right-hand bottom. I guess that's where they're targeting. Hi, Joe. How are you doing today? And they must have found something that they want to really excavate, if there's a shaft there or not. It's on the lower part, lower right-hand part. That's where they're going to put it. So this is all going to take time. Of course, this year with the COVID, everything was delayed. But I see a lot of things going forward. But now let's find something. Yep, Tommy, I agree. But what I'm saying is, let's find something. We got all these theories, all these X marks the spots. So, like around the swamp, to eliminate cost, to eliminate unnecessary digging, they're not going to dig out a whole 4-acre swamp, obviously, for cost reasons. They want to pinpoint. Same thing in the money pit. They got drilling going on at the money pit. Even though they want to say and make a 100-foot wide circle by 200 feet deep, either honeycomb or the freeze method or whatever they're doing that's cost effective, they want to pinpoint it as close as they can. So that's why they go to these points, they go to these theories, they get X marks the spot, and they check it out. Just like the 2 spots that Corian and Christopher pointed out, that they think the Solomon treasure, the menorah, or the Ark of the Covenant could be there, could not be there. I have no idea. But the 2 spots that they put, Steve Guppold, the surveyor, pinpointed them out with the GPS after they gave him the coordinates. And there are spots of interest. But I was a surveyor. Now, hi, Curtis. Yep. If I spent millions of dollars on an island, and now I completely own Dan Blankenship's preferred shares of Oak Island Tours and whatever he owned on the island. Before that, somehow, I would have got some kind of permits to search each lot slowly and individually. I know they didn't have Fred Nolan's maps. I know they didn't have permission to go on Fred Nolan's land. But now that that has been all cleared, and Tom Nolan is cooperating since last year now, not the COVID year, but the year before, I would sweep each parcel, one by one, by grid. I mean, they find a depression on lot 11 that's a little bit of swampy. I mean, mark all this stuff down. Don't find it now, 10 years after. But that's just me. What do you guys think? No, Jen, I'm not going anywhere. I was just saying, if I get another interview or a guest appearance, it would be the last one would be on December 12th. And then I won't get any guest appearances till the new year. We'll still talk about the show that happened on Tuesday and go from there. But as far as guest appearances that come on a Saturday night, any appointments that I make for them or they contact me will be in 2021. After the 12th. I'm saying we got Carmen next Saturday night at 7. If I get somebody else, it'll be the 12th. And then during the holiday, I don't want to bother anybody. That's what I was saying. Thomas Harris, being an ex-surveyor, do you not think they have taken enough subsurface data to move ahead with? I think they have over an abundance of data. Don't forget, they did about 250 6-inch PVC pipes there. They have so much information there. But if you want to pinpoint a 100-foot circle, to be more precise, you have a ton of information so far, but they want more. But as far as I would say, I mean, I'm not privy to any of their information, obviously. Only what the show shows us. What the show shows us is the money pit has been data, drill, caissons. To be within 100 feet, I mean, you still can miss it for some reason if this treasure's moving in the channel. And that's another situation with the channel that they say is moving things down there. But if it's a relic or if it's any kind of monetary gold or silver, you know how much force it's going to take to move that poundage in that channel that they say is 170 feet down. I don't believe it. But that's just me. Yup, Jan, I got to look at it 4 or 5 times myself. Even when I talk about it, I get lost sometimes. Edward Kinnery, loved the show and all the history. These guys went well beyond what is needed. They will prevail. Yes, we'll find out either way. We'll find out what's going on. If was something there, is there a little bit there? Is there still something there? Are they searching on the right part of the island? And then we'll have a nice big history lesson. And as far as any kind of things that they might find, that would be all a bonus. Sure, they want to find something of historic value. Sure, I want them to find something of historic value. But it all takes time, and it all takes money. And, of course, they have to get all the permits, because without the permits, you can't do anything. But, gee, they can search this island with no permits. As far as metal detecting with Gary, visuals, they already did LiDAR, except for lot 5 that they don't own. Take each lot individually, square it up, chart it up, pinpoint areas of consideration, and obviously go back and look at all of Dan's files. They're still finding maps in Dan's files. They're still finding new things. But what about Fred Nolan's files? That's what I want to see. We saw that all the maps that he had And as a surveyor, I would plot everything out, every divot, every big stone boulder, and have it on his old-fashioned maps that I did. But we didn't have GPS when I did it. It was all in little handbooks, and like you see on Fred Nolan's, all long, big plotted out maps. But they got all this information. Why aren't we seeing Fred Nolan's files? And just put it all together at the research center with Zena's information, that they have all the information. They have Fred Nolan's, all his information. They also have Dan Blankenship, all his information. Put it all together. And I bet you that's what Doug is doing now. And with Stephen as the surveyor there, plotting everything that's going on and trying to connect points now with his maps on the GPS is fantastic. It's time to find something. Hello, Ray Wood. How's it going? And Jenny says, I can't wait for them to get to that rock. Yup, and they blew a hydraulic hose, of course. Hello, Mike Menzie. How are you, pal? Jenny, they always have theorists on the show, and research parts on the show. You only can show so much digging. You only can show so much metal detecting. It's the theorists that make the show. It's the theorists that make the show. Ray Wood, I wish you can show that photo. The photo of what, Ray? They love all the new technology. Yep. Ray Wood, what was the industry doing all this office work for? Huh. Yep. Starine, Stevens, they're just connecting all the dots. Yup, Jan. And Tommy says, put it all together, see what overlaps. Yeah, I mean, they drained the swamp, 8, 9 times. They got the seismic blasting info that showed the anomalies. I mean, let's go. Let's get it done. I'm going to ask Carmen all these questions because he's hands-on. He knows what's going on. But of course, it's a TV show also. And it was a shortened season. So you guys got to remember that also, that, it's a TV show also. Hello, Anthony from Long Island. What's going on down there? Joe Massey. John, do you believe the TV people, which I call the editors, are now controlling what happens? Yes, obviously. And how long it takes for them to show it? Yeah. When I talk to the cast members, okay, some of them don't want to come on because they have no idea what the show is going to show Tuesday. They can talk about past episodes, but they don't know if they say something and it's not even shown yet, that's when they get in trouble because they don't know. They don't know what's going to be edited on the show on Tuesday nights until I see it. All 67,000 people of you see it. And the people in the war room have no idea what's going to be shown until 9 p.m. Eastern time in the USA. That's the problem. Beth, can all the maps be scanned into the computer, then compared? That's a big deal. You saw them Fred Nolan maps. Those were huge. But they can photograph them somehow digitally. That's a big process. I mean, everybody now, even your medical records and everything, are digitally enhanced and computerized. It's almost like if we can feed a computer all this information we had for 225 years and then ask it at the end, hey, computer, where's the treasure? And it answers you right here. This is the spot. Dig here, so many feet down. The possibilities are 98%, 20%. That would be great. That's something probably Steve is doing because he knows all the CAD system and the computer system to download all these maps. And I teased him yesterday. I mean, he's too clean for a surveyor. You don't have any beard. You don't look scruffy. Steve is just too clean to be a surveyor. I was always messed up. Mosquito bites, scratches from going through the woods, heavy boots with mud on it, ripped jeans. Steve's too clean to be a surveyor. And if Steve, you hear me, I had to say it live. Jen, but Fred failed to give anyone the key to his personal notations. But I don't know if that was in the past. Now with Tom, he says he's got 100% cooperation with the Oak Island Tour company, whose is Rick and Marty's. So I don't believe that. Yup, Anthony. Yup. Yup, I hear you. I hope they find what they got to find or know that something was there. And then as us as Quest members and follow the trail. Maybe there's a trail that starts at the Oak Island and goes somewhere. It's like they landed there, they used it as a bank, and they moved forward. Maybe there's a trail somehow. And all these theorists, they come up with all these things that just blows me away. Well, like I'm saying, the show needs thirst to continue. We need the war room for that and for them to explore. I can imagine they must get 1,000 theorists emailing them per day, and they have to sift out the good ones, and some of them are probably unbelievable. Even I get them, and I send them to Oak Island Tours, email them, and I do try to help. And Philip, would it be more simple to scuttle the ship out at sea to have anyone else just look off the coast? Philip, in a promo, they were going out to sea, out off the island, and scuba diving underneath. It was on a promo for this season. So they are going off the island this year, looking for things permit-wise off the sea bottom. Thomas, do they now have access to the whole island? The whole island, but Lot 5. Lot 5 is owned privately. And so they got the whole thing but Lot 5. I'm glad you guys are with me on this early live chat for our European members. I'm on YouTube also. I don't know if I should put Carmen Leg's interview just on YouTube and then download it to my Facebook page, Quest, because I need view hours on YouTube. Plus, it's easier to manage because I can see everybody's name on YouTube. On Facebook, if you haven't let Be Live use your name and profile picture, it's just coming up as Facebook user on my Be Live stream. I got to look back and forth from Be Live to YouTube to Quest of Oak Island Group. And sometimes it becomes too much for me. I can't read chat and do video at the same time. So YouTube is an easier way for me to start there. So I can see everybody's name and it's no back and forth. And I can see your chat. But a lot of people on my group don't belong to YouTube because 85% of the people that are seeing my videos on YouTube are not subscribers. Seems weird. It's all free. YouTube is free. And it gives me a better platform for the world to see because my Facebook group is a private group. Only you members see it in the Facebook group. You can't share any videos. You can't share anything on my private group. But on YouTube, anything I do on YouTube, why I did it is because it's shareable. You can share it with your friends. Anybody can see it around the world. And that's why I had to go to YouTube because I was getting too many requests. A lot of people, some people don't like Facebook. They like YouTube better. And that's up to you guys. Where you go, where you join. I have no problem with that at all. There's a lot of groups out there. You just go where you feel comfortable. You go where you feel that the quality of the stream and the interviews and the guest appearances are top notch. And that's all I can do. I mean, I was just a viewer like you, and I just want to give you the best that I got for what I know as a just regular viewer of the Curse of Oak Island. And this is what it became, all this. And I thank you for that, all you members on my group and all my members in YouTube. I thank you so much. Tommy, do you think the finds at Smith's Cove last year were searcher or depositors? Searcher, Tommy. All searcher. And Philip, it's raining in Wales. Yep. And Thomas, with Gary's new metal detector, are they disappointed they didn't find it during the Smith's Cove? Not really. Not really. They scanned Smith's Cove pretty good. Yes, darling. They found some kind of stone triangle. It's in my Facebook group. We got a little clip of it with Tony Sampson and a couple of guys. They dove and found some kind of triangle stone down there. Yep. Jan, either works for me. Video is HD on YouTube. Yeah, video on YouTube is fantastic. I mean, that's what it was made for. I mean, Facebook Live is good. I have no complaints, but YouTube is the place to be for a streamer to be on to show a nice quality video. Facebook, I get glitches, I get freeze ups. But then if I have a guest appearance, I don't know his or hers computer setup. I don't know his or hers microphone setup. And even on call ins, if you don't have a good phone and you don't have good internet connection, when I connect to you, I'm going to get your quality of input. And we just go by it, whatever it comes out to be, it is, you know what I mean? Beth Green, thank you. I try to do my best. Anthony, have they dated the axes they found? I have no idea. I have no idea. We just saw that last week, but we'll find out shortly. We still got to find out about that little gold thing that they found on the wash table. We still got to find out about the little gold thing. That's coming up. We still got to find out about the kill, the tar pit kiln. So we got to find out. They said the date of that little muck pit that Corian and Christopher told the Laginas to dig on is over 300 years old. So once they dig that out, so there are things that the storyline is going to keep on going. But don't forget, that's all we knew this year is, they were in the swamp. And the ox trail. I'm going to ask Carmen all about this ox trail and this oxen and the stone paveway in the swamp, how that even matters to a trail. I mean, they did have a lumber company, a lumber building on Oak Island. The pylons are still there. I'll get some pictures up of that after. But of course, they're going to stretch us a little bit because the season was short. But it's still holding my interest every Tuesday night. Yup, Jan. Yeah, Tom, we don't know what that piece the diver had in C1 was. It seemed awful light for any kind of metal or gold. I have no idea. I'm talking about this gold piece you see, like a locket that was on the wash table. Now, I don't know if what spoil that was from the swamp spoils, because we heard Gary talking to Rick that the swamp spoils are going to go on the wash table, the wash plant. It's like a gold machine. We don't know where it came from. Obviously, they got the spoils all labeled out on the ground where they came from. So we'll find out that. We'll find out. And Ray, you're excited to see Carmen. Yep. You guys got any questions for him? Put it under the comment section. I'll copy the questions. And of course, we'll go live. And then I'll open up the phone lines for just a couple of calls. But I want to make sure your questions are answered first. So when you put them in the comments below, that I'll print them out and ask them before we go to the phone lines. That's what I usually do. But how many people are here from across the pond? A little call, shout out. England, Netherlands. Yep. Unbelievable. Now we got a place called the Trench. Coffee with John. Yup, Jan. Could be an encampment there. What was it, lot 11 that he was on that they cleared of the trees? I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But like I said, I wanted to pop on today. Yup, Curtis. My guest appearance people are getting a free Quest of Oak Island mug. Next week, I'll look at my statistics in the group, and the people or the person who was most active for the last 28 days will receive a free Quest of Oak Island membership mug. But if it's international, I might need help with the postage. International is about $28 just to mail it. I'll work with you on that. And like I said, my statistics will show who's the most active, and they will receive a free mug, just like my guest appearances get a free mug. You'll be exclusive. To get one of these mugs, I don't know if I'm going to sell them. I don't have that many. Plus, who wants to see my face on their mug 24/7? Carlos, hello from Arizona. What's going on? Joe McGee, I would like to know why they didn't try to drain some of those holes when they had Smith's Cove blocked off. I have no idea. The holes, that's all they had was C1. All the rest of the holes were backfilled in the money pit, if you're talking about that. All the rest of the caissons are all backfilled with fill. The only open caisson that they left is C1 in the money pit. Hello, Mattis from Germany. Welcome from Germany. Glad you can join us. Glad you can join us. But Thomas Gold, when investigating the gold objects in the face wall, why didn't they use more than one diver? Or would only one agree to dive? Only one can fit at a time, Thomas. That's it. Anthony, when will they start to dig up the corner of the swamp for a possible tunnel? Obviously, that's going to be starting next year, according to the COVID or whatever delays that might happen. First, they have to put the cofferdam in, drain it, and then go from there. So obviously, we got season 9 on the cofferdam in the swamp and whatever else they might show us. Hello, we buy Florida houses. How are you? Hi, Polar Flare from YouTube, my YouTube members. I thank you so much for coming in. I have no idea, Polar. We talk about the Quest of Oak Island, the TV show that happens on Tuesday nights in the USA. Joshua Duke. They were worried that draining the tunnels would cause a collapse. The water in the tunnels creates outward pressure on the tunnel walls. That's also correct. They need the pressure to keep the tunnel side walls intact. Otherwise, they would just fall into each other. But hi, Joe Hardley from the UK. You got the UK coming in. You up, Dean? Still can't believe the menorah anomaly. We got to find that. We got to find it. We got to find it. It's just unreal. So who knows? It'll take time. Put the pieces together like we said, and then we go from there. Give them the information, give them the spots, and then go look. But they're concentrating on the lower right-hand corner of the swamp and the two spots Corian and Christopher gave them on this theory. And obviously there'll be more theories piling up throughout the years. And that's all they can do is pick the ones that make sense and go take a look. How they come up with these theories is beyond me. I have no idea how they even come up with that. Jan, yeah, the swamp was drained. The swamp was drained, and that's the area that they're going to put the cofferdam in. That's the area they're going to put the cofferdam in, right there, if you see the bend in the road. Joel McGee, if they had tried to drain C1 while the cofferdam was in place, they'd have at least known whether or not they have stopped the flood tunnels. Yeah, it makes sense to me. But I think there's other areas that the water's coming in, not only on the Smith's Cove side, Joe. And Yo Hornsley, nice to be at a good time for us. Looking forward to January when we get season 8. Hoping for great things. But don't look on my site. Yo, this is all spoiler alert here for season 8 here, as you know. You're looking here. I'm spoiling the whole season for everybody there, but I can't help it. That's what happens. That's what happens. But this is the area of the swamp they're going to go after they found a new paved area. And that's what they're going to cofferdam up. Dean Barker, it was very clear that there was some sacred knowledge that certain people through history discover. Yeah, passed down knowledge of something going on. We just got to uncover the pages. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. Very hard to do. I mean, they've been trying it for 225 years. And in that lower part that I saw when I was playing around with the light and the dark images, that I thought there was a possible shaft or tunnel right under that tree. But that's on my own opinion. You guys can look at the same photo, zoom it in, zoom it out. That dark spot always showed up, even though all the shadows are going to the left of the tree. The excavator on top, the shadow's going to the left. But this dark hole in the tunnel seems real strange to me. The water is a little more brownish. So that's something there, in my own opinion. Spoil away, Joe says. We'll watch it anytime. Me too, John. Did the same thing. Yep. But like I said, I got to save some details that we'll go over from Judy, who made up the synopsis of what went on Tuesday night in detail. And we'll do that after we talk to Carmen. Carmen Legg will be on Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then we'll go into Tuesday's show synopsis. I sort of like Saturday nights. And maybe we'll do interviews. Maybe we'll do the show synopsis on a Thursday. Because I got a lot of work to do after Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm just going crazy with screenshots, information. And before I know it, it's 7, 8 o'clock on Wednesday. And I don't have to rush. I'm in no rush. It'll still be fresh in my mind on Thursday and just bounce around for different people. I mean, it's nice to have a steady show at a steady time, but a lot of people are seeing it more after it's not live. So if we get 60 to 100 people in the live show and then 25,000 people see it after, well, maybe that day isn't that great to show. They're going to see it anyways. If it's live, and then within 5 days, they all see it anyway. So it really doesn't matter to me. I don't think it matters to you guys. Matthias, the time is right now for the truth, and it will change all. Yep, something's going to be happening. Joshua, maybe the pave area was a double purpose, not just as a workspace, but also another French drain to connect the flood tunnel to the eastern side of the island to tunnels on the west side of the island. Could be a huge French drain pad, almost like a septic system, like a leach field. I hear you. I hear you. But you guys got anything else you want to talk about in a quick minute? We got about 8 minutes. I don't want to stay on an hour. I'm just mumbling here now. Just wanted to tell you about Saturday night. Carmen Legge will be on. Make sure you have a good time. Have a great time. 7 o'clock Eastern time. I think I'll just do it on YouTube live. So you're going to have to join YouTube. And then later I'll download it to the Face Quest group so they all can see it, the ones that are not on YouTube. So join YouTube to see the live guest appearance with Carmen Legge and a phone number to talk to him yourself. I love it that members can talk to these people like I do. That's what I like. I want you guys to be involved as much as I am. And of course, if anybody wants to come on with me live, out there, send me a PM. We can set up a schedule, set up a time. I have no problem with that. I like to promote, if you're coming on, at least 3 to 5 days prior, so people get a heads up of who's coming on. But if there's situations you just want to stop in when I'm doing a live show, just send me a PM and I can just put you on, even if you want to stop in and say hello to everybody for 5 to 10 minutes. That's great. Doesn't matter. My members love whatever you want to give us. Thank you, Mary Ellen. I thank you so much. Has anyone been done on Apple Island? Nope. Beth Green, Saturday night, right. Since their treasure trove license is only for Oak Island, they're not going to expel any energy or any efforts on any other island. We still got to go through Sam Ball's foundation. We still got to go through Daniel McGinnis Foundation. We have the Swamp Cofferdam. We have these spots that Corian and Chris pointed out. We have the Money Pit. We have them redoing the Restall sleeping quarters house, that little shack that they got to put near the island. That'll be great for the tours, that they can actually see where they slept, where the shed was, to watch the boats and the equipment on the beach, because the Restalls, they didn't have the causeway yet. So there's a number of factors. And plus all these theories, all these new theories from these new people that they have to find out. Hello, enjoy this. How are you? Thanks for joining on YouTube. Yep. But of course they can change, Joe. I mean, any new information, we have to go by what new information And with the new science shows us, we have to adapt. Like the dates. The Templars, their dates, and the pirates, their dates, and the Francis Bacon and their dates. If the dates don't gel up, it just doesn't make any sense. So that's what we're looking at, and we got to move with the science. Philip McCoy, I think the treasure is still there. And